Planning to fly this Christmas? Well, you might want to recheck your carry-on for any of these items that could cause big problems with TSA.
Police in central Kentucky say a man broke into and set fire to a woman's home after she rejected him on Facebook. We'll have the latest on the investigation.
Plus, we'll give you the details on a study trying to figure out why so many of Kentucky's children are being medicated for their behavior.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon. Sam, Dick, and Amber Philpott reporting. With Christmas just a week away, many people will be flying home for the holidays.
So now is a good time to remember what you can and cannot take on your flight. Transportation Security Administration officials have noticed an uptick in the number of banned items coming to checkpoints. WKYT's Whitney Wetzel is at Bluegrass Airport with reaction from TSA officials about the consequences of bringing those items with you. It's our top story at 4:30.
TSA has noticed an increase in the number of firearms being brought to checkpoints, which is illegal, and that's been happening both locally and nationally. So far this year, 6 firearms have been brought to Bluegrass Airport security checkpoint. That's up 4 from last year. Nationally, there were about 1,800 of these instances in 2013. As of December 1st, it's already up to 2,000 this year. With more people flying over the next few weeks for the holidays, TSA is reminding travelers about what not to bring to the checkpoint. Pocket knives and guns are obvious big no-nos, but even these odd items like bricks, gasoline cans, and saw blades are sometimes found in carry-ons and are against protocol. Not only can packing these items get you in big trouble, it can also make an already hectic traveling season an even bigger headache.
When you're shutting a checkpoint down, especially at a smaller airport here where you may only have 2 or 3 lanes, that's going to cause a major delay. When it's something as small as a bottle of water or a pocket knife, it may not take as much time off, but when we have to go and look in the bag, it's going to slow things down for everybody else as well.
Now, in addition to penalties you may receive by local law enforcement, TSA can also impose a $7,500 civil penalty for anyone who brings a firearm to a checkpoint. In Lexington, Whitney Wetzel, WKYT.
For an easy way to access a list of prohibited carry-on items, you can download the My TSA app in your app store. It is another cold day here in the Bluegrass, and that trend is expected to continue through our weekend, along with some snow chances in the forecast.
Yeah, all right. Let's check in with our chief meteorologist, Chris Bailey, about all of that. Hey, Chris.
Hey, guys. Some folks seeing some flakes out there this evening, and that's a sign of things to come. As you mentioned, we are tracking several chances of snow. Really, over the next week to 2 weeks, we're going into a wintry pattern, and that's probably going to put some smiles on some faces next week for folks who are looking for at least some snow in the air, if not on the ground, around Christmas. Current temperatures low 30s into most areas. If you're out this evening, it's a quick drop into the upper 20s with breezy, cold conditions. And yeah, at any point this evening, you may see a snowflake or 2 filling the skyline. Live First Alert Defender is picking up on some of those flakes across northeastern Kentucky. That stuff is quickly working its way on through here. Nothing that is terribly organized, but you see a little spot of white showing up north of Paris, just to the north of Sadieville, not too far away from Stamping Ground, the Peaks Mill area here of Franklin County up into Owen County. That's going to be the trend we look for over the next several hours. Lexington Metro, overcast conditions with that occasional snowflake coming at us as we see additional developments showing up into far western Kentucky, southern parts of Indiana. The clouds are just socked in, locked in, whatever you want to choose to say across the Ohio Valley. Few flakes this evening. Weekend still with a flake potential, but overall looking better for travelers. Christmas week, though, guys, may have some surprises for Christmas Eve travelers. We'll track the possibility of a little snow when I come back in a few minutes.
A grand jury has indicted a Franklin County man on charges of burglary and arson.
Police say when a woman he was interested in told him no over Facebook, he became enraged, breaking into her home and setting it on fire. Lauren Adams has more now from Frankfurt.
I definitely hate to see this for my sister.
A young mother and her 3-year-old son left without a place to live just days before Christmas.
My husband actually pushed the front door open and we had to jump off the porch. There was no going in. It was just, smoke was just completely rolling out.
Samantha Beagle and her husband had tried to save her sister's home, but it was too late. What's worse, Frankfort police say what happened here on Hillview Drive was no accident.
This is one of those tragic situations where somebody is now without a home, and for such a minor reason, it's disturbing.
Major Robert Warfel says the woman that lived here, 22-year-old Joni Yount, was being harassed online by 37-year-old James Graham. He's now being charged with burglary and arson.
She had some comments posted by this individual on her Facebook page about some pictures that she had. She rebuffed those advances, and it's kind of what set this all in motion.
It got to the point that she was just very aggravated.
Beagle says there was no relationship. Graham was a friend of a friend, and Joni Yount, a busy single mom, simply wasn't interested.
She doesn't want a relationship, so she just wants people to leave her alone when it comes to stuff like that. You know, either be decent or don't bother her at all.
But police say Graham didn't back off. Back on November 28th, already in the neighborhood to visit a friend, Graham ended up here. Police say he found an unlocked door, let himself in, and then entered Yount's bedroom, starting a fire that would destroy most of the home.
If you look in there, there is no floor and there's no ceiling.
Samantha Beagle says it's tough to look at, even harder to imagine what could have been.
I'm just wondering, what if she was in there? What he would have done to her if she was laying in her bed before he set the house on fire.
Due to the extent of the damage, the victim and her son have had to move. They are now staying with family. Joni Yount, who did get help from the Red Cross, has picked up a second job to help pay to replace her 3-year-old son's Christmas presents that were lost in that fire. Graham still hasn't been arrested. The number of shoplifting arrests in Lexington is up this year. WKYT pulled arrests for the past 2 years for shoplifters. The numbers show an increase in arrests for most months of the year. Economic experts say shoplifters cost everyone because security measures to stop them ends up in the price. A University of Kentucky economist says Americans lose about $12 billion a year total because of shoplifters.
You take your total inventory of everything you've bought in the last year, food, clothing, and all that in retail stores, and you're paying $400 more for all of that than you would in the absence of shoplifting.
Sam joins us now in the newsroom with Miranda Combs with a story that she's working on for later. Sam?
Thank you, Amber. Of course, Miranda, with the holidays, a lot of people are shopping right now.
Right, so we thought we'd make the connection and that there would be more shoplifting this time of year. So we pulled numbers from last year and this year, and turns out it's not up this time of year. It's actually up more in the warmer months. But what we did find is shoplifting in general is up. The arrests are up from last year.
Well, I'm intrigued here because there's a certain store in Lexington that you say, according to the numbers, has more shoplifting arrests, right?
Right, Sam, a lot more. The Walmart in Hamburg has a substantial amount more of shoplifting arrests than other stores in Lexington. We talked to a representative for Walmart, and I'll have that for you coming up at 6. It's interesting what she says about that as well.
I look forward to that. Now, there is a ripple effect, as we kind of intimated in that story leading up to this one, about this whole shoplifting thing and how it costs all of us, right?
Right. This economist at UK, like he said, $400 a year is what we're paying on top of what we would normally pay just because of shoplifters. Actually, $12 billion total nationally. So really, it is a ripple effect because the store has to deal with the problem somehow, whether it's more security or raising the price of the product because they don't have as much. So it is interesting. You don't think about it on a misdemeanor level of how it affects every one of us.
But $12 billion nationally.
Yes.
That's a lot of money. All right, look forward to it. Much more coming up on WKYT at 6. Amber?
Thanks, guys. Coming up, we will take a look at a study that shows the number of Kentucky children on behavioral medication is nearly double what the national average is.